Hi there, who cares? And this is a spoiler-free review of this path. And I'm gonna go through what I like, what I dislike of the story, the gameplay, all that. So, just in case you're worrying that I'm gonna give spoilers, and if you plan to buy this game, don't worry. This video is made for getting more people to buy this game. Go and give my thoughts on why I love this game. So, let's get into the review. Shall we?
Let's start with the story. Now, before I give my thoughts of the story, of course, spoiler free, I'll tell you what the plot is quickly. The plot is you're this superhero called Metal Man, and basically you're doing your job, and then your suit gets destroyed. With no suit left over, you've got no way to become a superhero. The only way to basically have a chance to become a superhero again is become a dispatcher. You get offered a job from the superhero to become a dispatcher, and basically you're in charge of the groups of ex-villains who's in a program to reform themselves to become heroes. So basically that is the plot. So my overall thoughts of the story, it's good. Even though I got 1 or 2 problems with it, where I explain in a second. Before I go into what I like, what I dislike, I need to address this, because obviously, especially if people have not played the game, people are going to say, is this a riff-off of Invincible? Because obviously it's animated, and of course, the tone. Obviously the tone is not for families, it is for adults. I would say, no. I think it's not a riff-off, it is their own thing. Even though I did have those same thoughts before I played this game, I thought, it looks good, but it is not another Invincible thing, or know what I mean? But it's not, it's its own thing, and I can say that it's not on that high violent as Invincible. Yeah, there are violent stuff that happens. Yeah, there is blood and guts, but it's not like Invincible level. The only time it get like close to Invincible level is around halfway through, where you're in the villain bar. Trust me, in the villain bar, a lot happens, and even then, yeah, compared to Invincible, yeah, it's still violent, but it's not on that high, you know what I mean? Now, what I like about this story is it's the characters. I think the main bit is the characters. Now, the story may not be mind-blowing, it's decent, but end of the day, it's one of those things of you're a dispatcher, so it's not going to be like a mind-blowing story, but what's going to make it stronger is the characters and what you're involved with, especially you're in charge of these people. You're sent them out to doing superhero stuff, you know what I mean? They are all fantastic. Design, amazing. The voice work on them is amazing. Honest to God, this group, Team Z, I can't remember the name of it. Basically, they are all dropouts. They all are villains that want to have second chances, and it going to the point to change their lives, to be heroes, and you're in charge of them, and to the point that when they level up, you actually pick their stats, and you do feel more close to them. And the choices, some of the choices can be hard. Like, I got one in the beginning of the game, which is very freaking hard, where I got to drop one of these 2 characters of the team. And that was hard, because both of these had decent stats, both are fun characters, so it was hard. Yeah, I know some people say, oh, it's easy because this character, because one of the characters, you got to pick is a YouTuber. We're like on the voice, you know what I mean? The voice cast is a YouTuber. But by me going through the story without knowing who's voicing who, it was a hard choice. It's a very hard choice. And then you got the 2 main love interests, but again, both are interesting characters. Blue Blazer, which is a nice little woman, and a good backstory as he is a superhero, And meanwhile, you got another one, which is a villain who's in this program who's wanted to obtain Invincible Girl, where she got a good backstory, and especially on the game, you found more about her. Yeah, it is a complex which one go pick because it both are fun characters, to fall in love with. Now, the problems. I only got one main one, because these two problems are connected to one basically. It's about with the last act. Now, I think the last act is too safe. And again, I'm not saying make it a dark ending. No. Obviously, you can't have a dark ending. Especially, this most probably has been planned as one season. And now, most likely, it won't be now because the success of, the game. Because, again, it sold over 1 million copies since it came out, which is unbelievable for a game this size, So, we are probably going to get season 2 now. So, it's probably not expecting that. So, it probably had to play it safe. Because there's like 1 or 2 moments on the story that, near the end, that I thought, really? Especially with the big badge, where, you took him down like that. Dead simple, dead quick, And, of course, another character who's died, obviously didn't. Again, probably didn't want to do that yet because obviously, if we don't do a season 2, there's no way to do that open ending if you got planned for doing a season 1. So it's probably we're playing safe. So that's why I saying it is kind of a nitpick on that part. Except from that, the story is sold. Now, let's go to the gameplay. Now, what made this interesting is obviously the whole gimmick of this game is it's like a classic Telltale game. And if you don't know what a classic Telltale game is, basically, if it's an interactive TV show, most of the time you're watching it, you're making choices, and you get some small gameplay there and there, And then after the episode finishes, you got to wait for a couple months, and you get the next episode. It's basically is that, but obviously it tweaked and it does something unique. Now, for the release schedule, what it done is quite interesting. Instead of being like 1 episode and then wait a couple months, what it done is you get 2 episodes a week. Obviously, at the time we recording this, all the episodes are out. But if you bought on day 1, you don't get all 8 episodes. What you do is you get 2 episodes and then you have to wait for a week for another 2 episodes. So basically, the whole month you play the whole season. Just like a TV show in real life. But I thought, okay, that is better than what Telltale done in the past. Now, for the gameplay, now there's 2 gameplays here. Now, the only bit I would say is missing from the Telltale games is you do move around other characters with a Telltale game like Walking Dead or Walking Among Us. You do walk around with with Dispatch, you don't walk around. You basically are just watching a TV show. On the gameplay, there's 2. One is you can turn it off and on. I turn it on, and to be honest, it is not worth playing for. To be honest, basically you get like it's a quick time event. You put A or you drag on, up and down, Yeah, nothing mind blowing, on that. I'll be honest, what I seen, it doesn't matter if you miss the buttons there and there, So I would not play it with that on, to be fair, unless you're heavy invest in that type of stuff. But the main gameplay, which is the main thing of the title, is the Dispatch gameplay. Now, there are 2 elements in this. Now, the main element is obviously the Dispatch bit. Now, in the Dispatch bit is, if you think of the game, what does this before is, remember a game called This Is the Police. It basically is that you're in charge of your squad, and basically you send them out to certain areas, or when they ask what the opponent are, and you pick certain heroes, and each hero's got their own stats, and you got to be very careful what you pick, because certain heroes can do certain jobs, but a lot of heroes cannot do those jobs, know what I mean? So it make you think, and it does, make you question yourself before which hero to pick. And be honest with you, it get hard because obviously there's a timer, just like, again, it's a dispatch thing, it's a Mercies, so there's no way pausing this. You have to think, oh fuck, which one gonna pick, know what I mean? So it can be very hard. And then you got the second element, which is the hacking bit, which I actually got mixed on that. Like, half it is fun, the other half can be frustrating. Again, it depends what type of game you are. I'm not that a puzzle game, you know what I mean, to be fair. I used to, but I'm not much now. So if you love puzzles or that, the hacking bit you'll love, know what I mean? Now, the whole gameplay thing, what I thought of the whole gameplay thing, it's good. It's fun. But my only problem with the gameplay is I want a bit more. Like, in episode 1, you only get, like, the tutorial, and that's near the end of the episode. I'm like, but I let it go, because obviously it's the first episode, you introduce the main character, and and go through what happened to him, and why he got the job. So fine, I let that go. But basically, you get like 1 or 2 in each episode. I'm like, come on, a bit more, know what I mean? And the lower bit with P me up, which I wish they put this in, basically in the beginning of the game, is on the last episode, basically, there's they put a new mechanic in the dispatch thing, which is a city radar, city health, and basically it's the health of your city, and basically the more you fail, the less health the city get, and obviously if that runs out, something happens. I'm not gonna tell you what, but something happens. And what peed me up with that is I wish they put that in a bit more area, because it made more intense of your choices or what hero you sent out, know what I mean? That's my main problem with the game, but even though it's good, I just wish that mechanic was in it from almost in the beginning. If not beginning, but at least more in the middle, know what I mean? So with that out of the way, let's go to
my own thoughts of the game. It's amazing. Yes, I have some problems, but I'm not using that as an excuse. But most of the problems are nitpicks. As I said before, most of the problems I got, I probably did not plan ahead, especially with the story. Now, obviously, I did not know how successful this game going to be. Right, as I said before, it sold over 1 million copies within a month. At the time of me recording this video, I just completed the last 2 episodes. And you get 2 episodes each week. So basically, it's been a month and it got over 1 million people buying this game. So it is a big and amazing achievement. Well done for this team for making something unbelievable. So obviously, yeah. So the problem I got, it probably not planned, that far ahead. It probably thought, let's play it safe. And obviously, it got something amazing. And it got a bright future if they play it right. Do not repeat what Telltale done, obviously, because the problem with Telltale is they end up buying all kind of IPs and end up losing money. So obviously, if you play it safe, again, I'm not saying take a piss out your workers. Obviously, there's some companies out there that are doing that. Yep. And that's just one of them. There are a lot of them are taking the piss out their employees. So boy, don't go that low, or don't be stupid. Like as I said before, with Telltale, with wasting money on IPs that you don't need. You got a bright future in this genre. I think we need more Telltale style genre games, because I think that's what I miss. I miss those type of games. Back in the day, it was fun, and with this pass, it brought those memories back. So if I go wanked this game, I got to give it 9 out of 10. Amazing. the reason I'm not giving it a 10 because I said, yeah, even though most of the problem is nitpicks, but the gameplay may not be like more in depth what I want to be. Yeah, it got potential to be so, like I said before, with the dispatch gameplay and being like this is the police. But to be fair, it evolved it. To be fair, but the only point I got is you're not moving around compared to what I said before with the Telltale games. You do move, at least you do move around. So yeah, and not a point down to that. The story, yeah, I got problems, but again, like I said before, just then, it is nitpicking. So I'm going to leave that as it is. It can easily improve that in season 2. So my question today before I leave is, what is your favorite Telltale game, or is this the best Telltale game we got? I know it's not made by Telltale, but a lot of people who usually wait for Telltale was on this. I'll be honest, yeah, it does feel like one. So I'd like to hear it in the comments below. So if you like this video, please leave a like, and you see more in the future, please subscribe to my channel. Just a break who cares. See you on the next one.